Yeah.
Was it?
He says that is panhandling.
First Amendment right. Freedom of speech.
This is a public service.
So where's the supervisor? Can they stand and say with receipt? Okay. Can you?
I am a police officer, and I'm saying that my captain was stand is received, but he's not here right now. So he said after 1:30 he'll be back.
My time is way more. That's yours. I don't. That is your public record now. Take that there. You can make a copy of it. Well, have him do it. Why is he wasting the time?
He's not under me.
Who is he under?
Chris Mason, that's his supervisor.
Who's his supervisor?
He's at lunch.
Who's Chris Mason's supervisor?
Are they trying to not accept that?
Yeah. That's their copy. He won't take it. It's part of the case. So how do I do it? Just hang on. Don't interrupt me for just a second. Let me ask you a question. How do I update a case for the code enforcement or whatever they're not code enforcement called? How do I provide information for that? Do I fill out a statement?
I don't know. I don't work for code enforcement.
Well, he walked away from it. That's what I'm. Maybe he.
Well, speak with his supervisor about that. I was told you wanted a police officer, so I'm speaking on.
Right. If he's not going to take it, I'm going to do a documentation report. That's what I want to do. I want to fill out a statement and say that I dropped this off and give it to you. You'll put it apart as a report, and then now you have to create a report. I'm trying to make the easiest thing. Stamp the stupid thing and say, have him do it and say it's received and be done. Well, that's what you're supposed to do when you receive something. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a public records request to you right now for a copy of what I've dropped off to you, and I would like to have a copy of that. It can be certified. I'll come back and pay for it. This guy's making it more complicated. It's not rocket science. That's why I brought it down to level IQ 80.
I think Chris
I don't want to wait for Captain.
Miss, I mean, maybe the badge has just gotten to his head a little bit. We're just looking for a stamped copy that you guys have received it. That's it.
Every police department, every city does that. You have a stamp that says received, right?
No, we have a stamp that has our Ormond Beach Police Department and our address.
Stamp it and say received on the date and time, and we're out of here. That's all you have to do. Chris Ruse doesn't have to come in.
We need a record that you guys have this document. It's not we don't need theatrics.
But as far as the police department, this records department right here,
yeah,
we don't have any. I cannot scan that document into a case.
Yeah, nobody's asking you to do that. We're just asking you to accept the document and give it to Chris Mason when he gets back from lunch. I shouldn't have to wait here until he gets back from lunch to submit a document. I mean, let's be real.
I'm just following my instructions. So
you're following your instructions, but let's be human, right? This piece of paper is for code enforcement. It's for the neighborhood planning division or whatever the hell you guys call it, right? So is it that difficult to just take the document, right? Run it through a Xerox machine, say received and put the date on it. That's too much for the city to help out its residents. That's too much. We have to do it some special way. That's beyond your pay grade, making a photocopy and saying received.
I'm following the instructions that I was given.
Did you hear what I just said?
I heard what you said.
Okay, I heard that you had instructions. Did you hear what I just said? Can you accept this? It's a yes or a no.
I'm not putting my name on it.
Okay, can he come over here and get it?
I can't make him. He's not going to.
All right, I just need to do
I need names to make complaints.
I just need to do a full documentation report. If you can give me a statement form and then pull me a case number, because I'm demanding a report be done. Okay? We're gonna make this pain in the butt. So, is this your statement forms? Cool. Can I have a case number?
All of this because you guys wouldn't make a photocopy. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
In order to obtain a case number, you would have to contact an officer to come out.
I was just
She's
in
right
contact
there.
with an officer. Don't play games with me. What is the point of this?
I'm not trying to play games with you, sir. I'm just doing my job.
Did you see that officer?
So let me go ahead.
Or were you too busy talking about Facebook posts?
No.
Because it's all on there. Which one is it? Because there's an officer out here already.
Miss Francis, what was your first name?
Susan?
Susan, we had such a great conversation the first time I came in here. I'm not sure if you remembered or not.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
That's all right. You know, I'm not sure if you remember or not, but I was in here maybe a month ago or so. Had a nice conversation with you. Had a nice conversation with Chris.
I think I remember.
Yeah, with Chris Mason. Had a nice conversation with, I think it was the captain. He got me some training documents about First Amendment, the training that you guys do as far as the First Amendment goes. You know, we're not trying to have some theatrical thing here. We just want to have a document received. We're not saying that you've got to put it somewhere special. We're just saying, you know, this is for code enforcement to cease them doing unlawful activity. That's it. We're not looking for special treatment. We're just looking to have our document received by code enforcement,
Right.
or neighborhood, whatever it's
Right,
called.
And I think that's the thing, just because they're in this building does not mean that they are a part of the records department.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying anything about records. I'm just saying, if somebody came in here and said, hey, can you put this in code enforcement's mailbox?
Sure.
You'd be able to do that, right?
Absolutely.
So all we're saying is, can we just have like a stamped copy so we know that it actually got into the mailbox? I'm not asking, he's not asking for something super complicated here. We're not asking for special treatment. We just want proof that we dropped off this court document and that it was received.
Yeah, and unfortunately for record, that has to be taken by the neighborhood improvement division.
Can somebody from neighborhood improvement come over here?
I mean, I can see if Chris is back from lunch.
Well, who else is here?
I mean, it's not there. It's back, but they're back behind that wall.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. I can see if there's
Anybody. I don't need Chris. You know, anybody from that department should be able to take that document. Why? I don't understand why he needs to be dismissive and blow people off. That's rude as shit.
What does he have to do? Wait for Captain.
Yeah, Captain's gonna handle it.
Okay, so evidently Captain Bruce is going to come out and speak.
But he's not part of the police department.
Yeah, you just made the point that they're two different divisions. They're two different departments.
Right, and the only reason I went and got Sergeant Garner was because he asked for a police officer.
Yeah, I want to do a report. So do you have a case number yet?
That's why I went and got him.
Garner, he needs you for that case, that report number.
Captain Roos said he'll handle it.
Thank you, Susan.
I just need my dog license.
He walked away from it, but I mean, just take.
They've got DVDs up here for, sort of.
You need help with Susan? Well, I'm not sure what you need. What are you asking for?
No, I don't know. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. They must have cats or something.
Yeah, there's one sitting on that chair right there.
About what I see outside.
The dog's in here last time I was here.
Now I'm mad about the boy outside.
There's a flag outside. It's under the American flag. It's
the black flag.
It's a desecrated American flag. He's.
We the people want it down.
Yeah, we would like to know how we can understand a way to get that removed.
Where is it at?
It's under the American flag.
On our flagpole?
On your flagpole, yeah.
Okay, that I'm gonna have to check for you, okay?
Yeah, there's a federal code, there's a law that makes it illegal to desecrate the American flag.
And the boy is up there with the American flag. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I have let our captain know, okay? He is on his way in here, so I have let him know about the other.
This is the captain right here?
No, he is the captain.
Okay.
So he's on his way in, and I have made notification to him about the concern.
Okay.
for the shop.
On the phone.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
He was talking about the line.
There was an incident this morning, and law enforcement felt this man shouldn't be driving. I agree, but he refuses. He's gonna keep driving until he kills somebody. P23 1000470 is the case number.
So that's gonna actually be a CAD call.
CAD call?
But let me see if it was this morning, there may be a case number with it.
Okay, I think it came in. We got notified this morning at just before 8 o'clock, so it did happen this morning. They talked about it and they said that they had an incident, but
And
that
there, like I
doesn't.
said, let me pull the CAD call up, there may be a report number with it, okay?
Okay.
Are you a police officer?
No. DCF. Adult Protective Services.
Yeah, that's great.
You guys had any more movement on that case? I think it was happening in South Daytona where a kid was put in handcuffs by his parents and thrown in a jail cell. Shores, Daytona Beach Shores.
We're two different entities. We've got the Child Protective Services and the Adult Protective Services.
And you I'm sorry, I missed
work
that. You
for-
said you were adult?
Adult, yeah.
Okay,
So
I missed that, I apologize.
mostly senior citizens and mostly self-neglect where they want to stay in their house, but they can't take care of themselves.
Is what you're talking about today, is that somebody that is driving that shouldn't be driving?
That is the initial consensus, yeah.
Yeah, it stinks, because once they get those re-exams, it's so difficult. Law enforcement can initiate it if they have that's what you hopefully can get.
That's up to them.
Yeah.
We can't force people to do something they don't want to do, even if we think it's a good idea, unless they totally lack capacity to make their own decisions and don't have a caregiver or family member who can step up. So,
Yeah, I did a report on, I did one on the Shores case where they locked their 3-year-old in the jail cell.
okay.
And we're trying to get some stuff moving with that one. And the subject of the incident went down to the court and got an injunction to protect the public records from being released for a period of time. It's pretty sad, but I think DCF did an investigation and somehow or another someone said that there was felony charges to be recommended, but can't figure it out because DCF reports are so closed and confidential.
Yeah, we report to law enforcement and the state attorney's office if we find evidence that would verify a case, and then it's up to law enforcement and the state attorney to prosecute.
So what do you do in a situation where you're reporting to an agency where the person that you're reporting against is a part of that agency?
Anywhere.
Well, we have to go to the next step up, to the state attorney's office.
So is that done as a matter of policy?
They probably, as the state attorney said, we're not an investigating agency.
Yeah.
That's
Good
the
question. Yeah. That doesn't come up in my mind very often. We'd go to nursing homes and things like that, into the assisted living facilities, and look into exploitation and abuse and neglect there. So the employees, we report to ACA and to the Department of Health as well. So when they do their investigations, so if the agency is trying to cover something up for their employees, typically they won't. They'll throw them under the bus in a heartbeat.
Unless they're the police.
Oh yeah. So we'll send our report to law enforcement and to the state attorney, as well as the health agencies that govern and license the facilities. So I guess the answer to your question would be whatever agency would oversee that particular.
FDLE.
Yeah.
But then FDLE says they're not an investigating agency either.
Oh.
That's what they say.
Okay. I don't know.
The state attorney's prosecuting. FDLE is not an investigative agency for the departments. They have to be forwarded the case in order to get it. And that's it. Dead ends. So for instance, if you or I stuck our child in the jail cell, I don't know which way they would go. They would probably go child abuse rather than false imprisonment. But if I took my grandmother and stuck her in a jail cell, so they'd probably do false imprisonment and abuse of the elderly. Both. It's tough. Oh, she's there for you. She's right there.
Hi. Okay, this is the CAD call. The report is not ready yet. It's
Okay.
just they haven't completed the report, but that's the CAD call.
All right.
That'll help you out.
If the department's recommendation is to retest him, I have no idea what his history is. I mean, he's been a good driver.
I mean,
this is a one-time thing.
If he's coming, it could be worthy, but I don't
They
really want to hang out here and just talk to her in the lobby, you know what I mean?
I've been on the road and I said, let them know. I don't want the next one to be.
But you're right, it's there, they can't pretend that they hadn't received it.
Yeah.
I'll just do a public records request for it.
I mean, it should say
And say, hey, I want a copy of the document that I provided in the neighborhood.
That's what his
I'm gonna make that request right now.
On the phone this morning, but I went out and offered services and they were just mad at me, so. I love my old people, they're grumpy.
I know.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Can I make a public records request? Maybe.
How you guys doing?
Very good.
Pretty good, man, how about you?
Good.
Hey, Cameron, all we want to do is get a copy.
When do you need to sign?
Just a little form right here, it's back there, and just turn it over to the code enforcement.
What am I signing for?
Just receipt,
Where is it?
the stamp,
What am I signing for?
right there.
No, where's the packet? Do we already have it?
No, this is it.
This is the paper. So what this is doing is
Just wanted to make a copy of it.
Yeah, just copy and say received.
Can you, make me a copy?
So what we're trying to do is prevent the homeowner, just because of the chain of command could come down, they don't notice that there's a stay on this house, and now code enforcement might go over there and start pulling up papers. And this is just a notice saying that there's a stay.
So my understanding is she's contested it and our code enforcement is aware and they're not touching it until the
Yeah, I don't know
tax
that.
comes out with a new order.
I don't know that, so that's what we're trying to just make sure that the city's aware of it, and that's it. We just asked them to do that, and
How are you, darling?
We can do the same.
I need counseling.
she might have one back here.
It's my name.
My son, he won't leave.
So
But I got the paperwork, but I don't know how to do it. Now he's talking to Baker Acme.
Because you can't just sign it, you need to stamp it. You need a signature stamp instead of a
He's
signature.
trying to get him out. He says, we're gonna take over your house. And he's trying to Baker Acme, he wanna Baker Acme. So I don't know if maybe a policeman will talk to him.
Sounds like a shit
So,
show.
I don't know what to, I got the paper for the court, but I just, unlawful detainer. Please. I appreciate it. All right, darling, thank you so
We try to
much.
ask like 3 more times just to have someone else and be done with it. It's nothing special. I was gonna do a police report, but that's it. The original's on the left, the copy's on the right. It's the stupid, dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I hate to see your time wasted over something like this, man. It seems like a bit much.
Lunch or two.
I know, that's why I said don't call me.
Because you guys come doing non-lunch?
But Captain, I'd be a total fool if I didn't take the opportunity to just follow up on our prior
You got everything you
conversation.
asked for, right?
I believe I did.
Okay.
I did. The training that you gave me,
Yeah.
I appreciate. I was actually looking at that again this morning because I knew I was coming up here. I asked you a question the last time I was in here.
Religion, press, assembly, speech, petition.
I really,
Okay.
really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. That's the first time anybody's ever known. So
You need
I
to
know
get
it's a
you-
follow up,
You
but
didn't get a
still.
chance to ask a question. You didn't answer. Did my research.
You're not done yet. I have a big problem.
Okay.
We the people want that flag taken down.
The blue line flag?
Yeah.
Right, well, unfortunately, I don't enforce federal law. We like it.
Well,
Do you like the image that it represents to the people?
We do. It
so.
supports us, of course we do. But
But isn't your job to support us?
Yeah.
So that flag supports you, but the flag above it is supposed to support us,
Supports the country.
right? It just seems like that puts a line in between me and you. Well, I'm telling you it does. I mean, it's easy for you to say, oh, that line over there, that sign that says no blacks, that's no big deal. I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that for me.
But
That's no big deal. This is no big deal for you then.
but
You can fly that at your house, you're more than welcome to.
Hey, I just want to mention,
I see what it says.
Code enforcement didn't want to take it, but you know, what happens is the police department did take it, so. I
Now it
sent
touched
you
the
a copy.
ground.
So not sure if it actually made it to you, and I'll message there, but the captain of the police department accepted, the other guy was refusing. So. Oh, hey, what was it was Tommy Lee.
You're more than welcome to fly that at your place.
He wants to put it up here.
Tommy Lee is.
He wants to put it up in the police department.
No thanks.
He was at the magistrate meeting, he was,
I could ask you a question.
Sure, can you give me a few minutes?
Yes, Evelyn's coming out, but
Okay.
I want to.
I was serious about that being a divide
We'll look into
between.
it, but I don't hang the flag, the city does.
Yeah, okay, I can appreciate
I don't
that.
even have the tool to take the flag down.
Yeah, but I mean,
They elected to do that during union negotiations to support us and show us the support for the police department.
yeah,
I don't make city decisions.
yeah, just it makes.
Police unions work.
We don't favor the funeral already.
this is the police.
Stuff for funerals.
We don't favor the funeral.
Here.
We don't favor the castaway for every time one of them die and they have to drive all those cars around to show the brother died.
Said they were aware of it.
You understood all that, right?
This is for a bicycle ride up in Washington DC. Support the law enforcement museum. It's a voluntary basis.
Okay, this is like a donation, like, is that panhandling?
That's
Is
what it
that
is.
panhandling?
Alrighty.
It's for a donation. I don't,
Is that for your panhandling?
help me.
I didn't catch that one.
Panhandling.
That's panhandling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
He says that is panhandling.
First Amendment right? Freedom of speech.
That was actually a great answer. I gotta at least like the answer that he gave.
So they got it, that's good. You got a copy, you want a copy of this or anything? I got a photo of it, so.
Oh my God.
Wow.
None of it was taping. It's all on this, Gio.
My battery dead.
Uh,
Shit. Yeah, so you can have that.
this was taping, yeah.
All right, that was it. First Amendment right. That was nice of you to say that. You won't winch that flag down and fly it. I don't know what crime that would be.
You won't put that flag up there.
I don't know what. I don't even know if that would be a crime.
I want that flag above it. I wouldn't do that to
No,
that
what I'm
flag.
saying is like down there, you could winch it to the next one down, winch that down, and then put it up there. But I don't. There's no crime to do it. There's not criminal mischief, right? What would it be? Because he doesn't enforce federal
It
code.
would be, what they did, George with the little beer.
No, they had to physically do something to fix what he did. He committed a criminal issue because they had to come back there and fix things, and it tore a sticker off. So, all right, I'm out of here unless you're doing anything else. You